Okay, and as a credit to you, if you were elected, would you go ahead and stop that silence, from the public that's going on with the garbage people that are running our country right now? That would be very admirable. I mean, there's so much under the foot going on.
You know what's interesting?
It turns us all apart.
You know what's interesting?
We're so angry.
The Congress was so anxious to be on TV to show how great they are, and what they did was expose themselves for the idiotic things that they do. We need, not just me, we need 40 people across this country to go into that House. We need to clean out the congressmen that don't think it's important enough to listen to the people, to read what's in the bills, to see what impacts them. All through that time I said, I don't mind the health care bill, so long as we all get the same care Obama has. Give us his health care. And is that what's in the bill? But wait, just give me one more minute. In that bill, to small business, who they decided they would give a little tax credit if you gave your employees health care, which, by the way, everyone that works for me has health care, and I pay it out of my pocket because I don't think anyone should come to work for me, and I have it and they don't. But as a sop to small business, for that tiny tax credit, they're going to spend $10 billion on IRS agents, not to audit the country, but to audit those small businesses for that lousy little tax credit that they put in that bill. That is a revenue bill. And on top of that, I mean, is this a healthcare night? I could go on all night. The cuts to Medicare, and for 5 years Medicare is cut, and guess what? We don't even see a benefit to anybody else until those 5 years are up. And let me tell you, talk to me about the 35 million people that are going to get health care with this bill, and why it's so important for Obama to go down in history giving those 35 million people health care. It's bogus. They have health care. They have the most expensive health care in this country. They go straight to an emergency room. That emergency room can't deny them. It is the most expensive health care there is. And you know what? For the next 5 years, one second, they're going to continue that same most expensive health care because there's not one benefit that's paid for 5 years. So, do I want to be in Washington? Yes. Do I want to take those bills apart? Wait, let's go to the bigger issue. Do I want to repeal?
Yes.
Yes, but I'm not going to waste my time doing things that will never happen. Obama will veto that until he's out of office. The real thing to do is to change our president and to, in our Congress in November, start to pick away at the things that are wrong. Fix the high-priced premiums that make it impossible for us to have health insurance. Fix the tort reform that has these through-the-sky judgments. Our doctors, who are closing their doors right and left, can't afford to make a mistake. They lose their malpractice insurance. They have to give every test of any kind, in any way, shape, or form that anybody asks for, because if something goes wrong, they are through. That's not practicing medicine. I want my doctor to look at me and say, let me tell you what you need. Trust me, you have a headache. 2 aspirin will be enough. You don't need an MRI, you don't need a CAT scan. Let me be your doctor in the way that our doctors were when they took care of us. I say, enough to all of that. Send me to Washington. Let me at it. There is so much wrong that I'm willing to put my life on hold and go down there and do this because it has got to be fixed. I am not for abortion. I have never given a nickel to abortion. I am a Catholic. I am against minors.
Catholics mean nothing in the government.
Well, I can only talk about me, huh? I can only talk about me. I'm against minors getting permission without getting their parents' consent for abortions. I'm against that horrendous 3rd trimester abortion. I'm against federal monies going to abortion. But I am for making my own decision with my God, my doctor, and my conscience over what I do and what women do. And if I differ with you on that small piece, guess what? You can differ with me and not vote for me, but when you get Carney, you'll get 100% of what you don't agree with. It's a balance.
Maybe even cancel.
No. Listen, we need to pass the questions on to other people, please.
I'm done.
Yes.
If you're elected to go to Washington, will you work with other Republicans, hopefully, to try to defund the health care bill.
Oh, are you kidding in a heart? I mean, that's why I want to go. 17% of our economy in government hands in a lot of European countries. That's a definition of socialism. We have got to get to that. We have got to restrict it. We've got to correct it. We've got to change it. That #1 goal. Yes. Yes. Yes.
A couple of things. First question is, do you support term limits in government? Would you be willing to only go there for 8 years and do your job as best you can for those 8 years?
You know, I'd want to think about that a little more, because you have in your hand the perfect term limit. Vote her out if you don't agree with her. So I don't think, I mean, I can't imagine being there 8 years. Right now I'm in the next 2-year cycle. I'm serious about the problems that I see. I'm serious about wanting to protect an America that is in serious danger.